Okay, we're gonna talk about texture. Texture can either be one-dimensional, two-dimensional, or three-dimensional, but for this video, we only use two-dimensional because it's the common type of the texture. And now, we are gonna import an image and make it a texture. To do that, we have to use an open source library called STB and make it a header file and put it in our project file. And we need to create a STB-CPP and implement it to use the things we need in the STB library. Don't forget to include the STB header. And now, put it in the main CPP and include the STB header so that we can actually use the STB library. And now, adjust the coordinates and in the case GL draw element function to make a square so that we can better the texture that we're gonna load in. And also, when importing an image, make sure to have a pixel by this size because it is better optimized when the image that we're gonna import are by this size. And we put the image that we're gonna use in the resources file under the texture. Our image has 1024x 1024x px. And now we are gonna create three integer variable to sort the width, height, and the number of the color channel it has. Then we store the image an unsigned character array name byte, then using function stbload and put the location and name of the image file and put the pointer of the variable that we previously created in here, and lastly 0. Then we use GL gen texture to generate the texture object and put one because we only have one texture and point it to the reference variable. And now we created it, we should also delete it at the function end of the main function. Now we need to assign texture to a texture unit. To insert our texture in a texture unit, we need to glactive texture and plugging in index of the texture unit and bind it by using GL bind texture, inserting the texture type which is 2D and its reference value. And we have our texture bind. Now we have to choose how our image is processed by, and we use GL parameter function here in the texture type to the setting we want to modify, which is min and mag, and the value we want to give our setting, which is GL nearest. And then we use GL repeat setting for the S and T axis. And now we finish changing the setting. We now generate texture by using GL text image 2D, the texture type 0. The type of color channel which we choose to be RGB, then the width and height and 0, and the type of color channel, then the data type of the pixel and the image data. Now we created the image data, and now we use generate map, then the data type also, and we specify the coordinate of the texture in the vertices and add a layout in the vertex shader. Now create uniform sample 2D, then text 0, the equal of frog color to function texture. Now create uniform the main texture CPP, the assign the uniform in the index of the slot text 0. Now activate it, and don't forget to put this after you activate it. And now bind the texture in the main function. And also for the last don't forget to put STBI set flip vertically on load true so that it flips in the image right side up, because if you run while you didn't put this, then the image will be inverted or upside down. So this is the full source of texture. STBCPP main CPP texture CPP, and the last one is texture class H.